What's up, guys? Today we're going to be playing the Firecracker challenge, and I actually made a pretty good deck. This deck you can see right here. It has over 90% win rate. As you can see, we got 10-1 in the challenge. Hopping into the first match here, we're playing a miner deck, and the reason I thought this would be good was because obviously Firecrackers spawn, so you kind of want some smaller spells like arrows and fireball that'll take it out. And while some people might think you want tanks, you don't want tanks that are too slow because they'll never take out the Firecrackers. So I thought Valkyrie would be good because it's a cheap, tanky card that is pretty slow, but it's only 4 elixir. And then I have Royal Recruits just to like swarm the enemy with a bunch of troops because they're annoying. And the Golden Knight Dash does also take out Firecrackers, so I thought that would be a good champion to help keep up the cycle. The Skeletons and Ice Spirit are more for cycling and to get the King Tower activation early on. And then the Hog Rider is obviously our win condition. So in the first match here, it's going pretty even. I get the King activation with the Golden Knight and then do the dash because I don't want to take any more damage. So the key with this deck, guys, is to always, you want to take as little damage as possible because the only win condition you have is Hog Rider, and they have constantly spawning Firecrackers. So you always want to make sure to take out their Firecrackers whenever you can. Fireball and arrow like I am. I go for a Valkyrie, try to protect the Firecracker, doesn't work. I do predict his miner in the spot, and Hog Rider gets no shots on the right. So it's already double elixir. He poisons my Firecrackers, and maybe it'll get a shot on the Lumberjack. It doesn't. Oh well. I do use Golden Knight ability on the left to take care of Firecrackers, and right now it's not looking too great for me, so I'm going to go with the Hog Rider and arrows to take care of the Firecrackers. And now the Hog Rider has a clean shot on the tower, maybe 2, no. But I do get the Golden Knight dash because he doesn't realize I'm already back to the ability, so I'm already back in it. This is quite a fast-paced game. Poison is also a good card, but I thought Fireball would be a little bit better because it instantly takes out the Firecracker. He goes Miner, I put Skeletons in the back and do catch it. I also arrow the right side Firecrackers but miss the left side, so he does get 2 Firecracker shots on the Princess Tower, but that's okay because now they're even. He goes with the Lumberjack Ice Golem, and I know he's going to go Miner, so I get my Ice Spirit ready and I catch it just in time. I try to use the ability, but the Firecracker splashes and deals damage to it. I do play Skeletons to stop the Firecrackers on the left side, and right now it's looking pretty good because I'm up 400 damage and I got another Hog Rider incoming, as well as arrows. I did kind of miss the last Firecracker there, but it's fine because I did still get 2 shots and looking really good now because I get 2 Firecracker shots on the left and I catch his miner again on the right, so both of his towers are really low. I'm going to go with a Hog Rider trying to take the tower, and hopefully he gets a shot. Skeletons won't do enough, but he does play Lumberjack, and that completely stops it. I am going to Fireball those Firecrackers because I don't want them getting any damage, and it damages the tower. All I have to do is hold them off for another Fireball to come and cycle, and I get it, and that's an example of when you need the fast cycle. Alright, next match here. We're playing surprisingly the exact same match we were playing last game with the same deck. And he went with the exact same spot as the other guy did, so I caught his miner and played Golden Knight, and I used the ability to finish off the Firecracker. So, and Firecracker gets a shot on the left. Oh, that's nice. I think he lagged right there because he obviously played counters to my Golden Knight and Firecracker, but they were placed too late at the same time, so he was definitely lagging there or something. But that's great for me because I get a free 1,500 damage. I do miss the Fireball though, so unfortunately his Firecrackers are still alive, but I can just get my Golden Knight dash and take them both out. There's a nice Golden Knight dash. And again, with this deck that I made, you want to take as little damage as possible. So if they have like 5 Firecrackers, even if their tower is low and you need a Fireball cycle, just Fireball or arrow the Firecrackers. Like, you need to get rid of them or that is going to be trouble. So I go with Hog Rider, and of course I missed the arrows as well on the Firecrackers. So It's looking fine though, because he did go in the anti-tornado spot with his miner, and I try to get an ability here with the Golden Knight. He misses the arrows, but the Firecracker splash damage does get the Golden Knight, so I'm just gonna go ahead and arrow that because I don't want those Firecrackers coming over the bridge. I'm gonna go with the Hog Rider here and Fireball, hitting both of the Firecrackers with the Fireball. So right now I'm like up like 2,000 damage. It's looking really good. I got a few Firecracker shots on the left side, which will come in clutch. I try to get a Golden Knight dash, but he does play Ice Golem. It's fine though, because he's playing another miner, so I'm gonna put Royal Recruits to block that and the Firecrackers on the left. Remember, Royal Recruits are always good swarm cards, so when they have dual lane pressure, you always want to play them. So now I'm gonna go with arrows on the Firecrackers to take them out, and right now I'm like, okay, this is pretty winnable because there's not much he can do here. I'm gonna go with the Hog Rider, so he has to defend to the left side, and now I can go from a right side push. There's only 30 seconds left. I am gonna first try to defend the left side here though, because I don't want those Firecrackers dealing any damage to me. So right now I'm kind of cycling cards. I do mess up though. I place an Ice Spirit too high. The Lumberjack does connect on the tower, and it looks like I've just lost the game. However, with the Fireball and Hog Rider on the right side, it just barely takes the tower. Okay, so basically now we're back in it. We're only 500 damage up though. It's looking kind of scarier than it should have been. I go with an arrows on the Firecracker because I don't want to deal with them. I'm not going to bother with the Golden Knight ability because I know poison will end up taking it out anyways, so I'm going to go with the Fireball on the tower, making sure that Hog Rider does get a hit. We needed that hit because it was getting a little close. And right now it's still looking pretty good for us because we arrow the Firecrackers, put a Hog Rider down because I don't care if he puts a miner on my tower. Hog Rider is going to do more damage than the miner ever will. Hog Rider somehow gets 2 hits on the tower, and we can Fireball it away. Alright guys, next match is against a Golem match actually, and it doesn't seem like my deck is going to be very good against it because I don't have any like high damage troops. But remember, oh, he does go with the King Tower activation earlier because he knows I'm going to get it anyways. But remember, I said I didn't think that any heavy tanks would be good, which is a Golem, because with the Firecrackers spawning, it's just going to take a ton of damage and they can't really stop it. And so we'll see in this match if that proves right, because he does have a Golem and I don't have many counters for it in my deck. So yeah, I go with skeletons there. His Valkyrie is coming towards my tower. Again, I don't want to take any damage, so I'm just going to go Valkyrie and Golden Knight on the right with ability to make sure the Firecracker doesn't live too long. So he does have a mini P.E.K.K.A coming over on the right side, and I almost take a shot, but luckily I get an Ice Spirit down just in time, redirecting him to the Ice Spirit, and he doesn't get a shot on the tower. That was really close. I'm going to go with arrows on the Firecrackers just to make sure they don't do anything, and I'm going to go Royal Recruits at the bridge. Then he plays Golem and I'm like, oh no, I'm dead. But I go with Hog Rider on the right, and luckily he has no elixir to stop it, so it does get 3 shots. Wow, 3 shots on the tower. And look at the left side. The Firecracker and Valkyrie are just destroying this Golem, and there's nothing he could do because the only spell he has is arrows. He doesn't have a fast cycle deck, and he has to defend my Hog Rider. So even though he has a Golem and I have like no troops to defend it, the Firecracker will just keep chipping away at it, especially in double elixir when 2 of them spawn. And there's really nothing you can do to stop that if you only have 1 spell. Because he can only use arrows once. So right now, he plays another Golem at the bridge hoping for something. I take out his Firecrackers, and my Firecrackers on the right do take the tower because they're splash. So see, he uses arrows there, but I still have 2 Firecrackers in the back, nothing he can do, and with 30 seconds in the game, it's looking like I've already won. All I have to do is defend, and right now my Firecrackers are doing a great job of that. Most of his cards are tanky cards, and that's not working out too well for him right now. He tries to go with the last second golem, but Royal Recruits and Golden Knight will take it out, and with the Firecrackers in the back, there's just nothing I can do. And right now I'm just trying to get a second crown, which isn't going to happen, but it's fine. Alright, on to the next match here. We are playing AFL, and this is actually the one where we're at 9 wins and 1 loss, and this is probably the best match, so if you guys stuck around this long, this will be interesting. So yeah, I'm going to go Skeletons up high because I don't want to take any Valkyrie damage, and I'm going to go with Golden Knight right there. The reason I did that is because I will get the King Tower activation. So that was a really nice Golden Knight and Skeletons because I waited for the Firecracker to walk up enough that it didn't target my Princess Tower, but that my Golden Knight would stay in the spot to activate, if that makes sense. I also go with a Ice Spirit on Firecracker, and right now I'm up a ton of Elixir. So I just go Royal Recruits in the back because I know that I'm up a lot of Elixir. He goes Skeleton Barrel, which is interesting. I was not expecting him to have that. Luckily, the Firecracker doesn't do much, or it stops it from doing much, and it's looking kind of even again. We're in double Elixir. I don't know what deck he's running. It could just be a random deck, I guess. So I'm just going to go Skeletons on the Mini P.E.K.K.A. I hope he doesn't have small spell because he uses on the Firecracker, obviously. And Golden Knight does dash on the now dead Mini P.E.K.K.A., so that was kind of weird, a little glitchy. But I do go with the arrows on the Skeleton Barrel and pressure on the left with the Hog Rider because I don't want him to get too big of a push on the right, so I made him spend 3 Elixir to defend. And I just go with the Valkyrie on the left, and it's looking pretty good other than his 2 Firecrackers. I kind of put a Golden Knight on the right, and it ended up doing good because it took out a Firecracker, but it probably wasn't necessary. Arrows there was necessary because the Firecrackers and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Also, if you guys didn't know, if you place the Valkyrie right after the Skeleton Barrel hits the ground, it won't be knocked back, and it'll be able to take out all the skeletons with 1 swing, which is what I just did. So now it's like looking okay, but I missed the fireball there, and that was terrible because that wasn't even his lowest HP tower. I didn't hit anything, and now he has a push on the right side. I do get my Valkyrie down in time, luckily, and Golden Knight does take out the 2 Firecrackers, but it's still not looking good because he has much more damage on both of my towers than I have on either of his. And that Mini P.E.K.K.A. was amazing by him because my Hog Rider gets no shots and it cleans up the whole battlefield. So now I'm going to go with Royal Recruits on the Mini P.E.K.K.A., arrow the Skeleton Barrel. And Skeleton Barrel is also another good card in this mode because it forces you to use arrows when you want to be using it on the Firecrackers, which is annoying, which is what I'm having to do. On the left, I play an Ice Spirit just before the Valkyrie hits the tower, another clutch Ice Spirit, and the Golden Knight ability will finish off the Firecrackers on the left, meaning that an arrows will take the Skeleton Barrel. And right now, it's looking a little scary because I'm down 600 damage, and yeah, anything could happen in this mode, but it's not looking great. He does go with Dark Prince on the Golden Knight. That's pretty interesting. I thought he'd go like Mini P.E.K.K.A. or something, but I'm going to go with Royal Recruits up high to try to get that Firecracker value, but the arrows away. Right now it kind of looks like I'm dead. I do go with the Valkyrie to take out all the small troops, and I cycle back to my arrows just in time. His Firecrackers are coming down the right lane, so I have to play something, and I do get the Royal Recruits down just in time. That was very close. Okay, we fireball the Firecrackers and a Hog Rider and Ice Spirit to try to get some damage on the left and catch him off guard. I do get 1 hit with the Hog, another one. Aw, arrows come down too late, but towers are about even in damage now. It's looking like I can come back from this. I go with the Golden Knight and Hog Rider on the left side again, trying to get some damage with the Golden Knight ability. I go with the arrows on the Firecrackers, knowing that he has a Skeleton Barrel, but with the left is enough to take the tower, please. Yes, it is enough, and I'm just barely able to defend the right side with skeletons and firecrackers. And that is the video. I hope you enjoyed. And let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to live stream challenges like these.